An extreme close-up of dark, deeply grooved bark, his texture like a landscape of miniature mountains and valleys. A weathered thumbnail carefully scrapes away a patch of pale green lichen, revealing a raw, reddish-brown layer beneath. The action is slow, deliberate, filled with an ancient knowledge that transcends words. The focus pulls back slightly, revealing the knowing hands of a Yanomami elder. He is the silent master, the botanist, the chemist, and this forest, the Urihi, is his laboratory and his provider. Sunlight filters down, a sharp tap against a thick vine. The elder listens intently to the dull thud. He follows the liana with his eyes up into the immense canopy. His younger companion watches, learning in silence. The elder points with his chin towards a specific cluster of leaves. A decision is made without a word, a lifetime of ecological knowledge communicated in a single, silent gesture. The younger man begins to climb a nearby tree with fluid grace. He reaches the thick, woody vine clinging to the trunk. His machete flashes in the gloom. A clean cut echoes softly in the forest stillness. They pull together, and the heavy vine snakes down. It crashes onto the damp leaf litter of the forest floor. The elder kneels, examining the cut end where a milky, opalescent sap slowly begins to bead. He scrapes a small piece of the inner bark. He brings the shaving close, his expression one of profound concentration. The forest breathes. He nods, and the work begins. Another vine is cut clean. They coil the long, heavy liana into a manageable bundle. They move deeper, their bare feet making no sound. The elder stops at another tree, distinct in its bark. He uses the back of his machete to peel away a large section. The inner wood is a startlingly bright yellow, a hidden treasure within the muted greens and browns of the Urihi. This, too, is added to their growing collection. Every plant is chosen with purpose, its spirit understood and respected before it is ever harvested for its power. The heavy, coiled bundle of vines and bark is laid upon a mat of broad leaves in a quiet, shaded area of the Shebono. The journey is over. The alchemy is about to begin. The elder sits, cross-legged and focused, the raw materials of the forest before him. He picks up a sharpened river shell. A long strip of bark is scraped. Shavings of the rough outer layer fall away like dry dust. He works methodically down the length of the vine. The younger man mirrors his actions, a silent apprentice in this ancient chemical process. There is no wasted motion. Their hands, stained by earth and flora, move with an economy born from generations of practice. The revealed inner bark is pale, moist, and fibrous, its potent secrets held tightly within its tissues. This is a task of hours, not minutes. The sun climbs higher in the sky, sweat glistens on their brows, the rhythmic scraping sound. The pile of pale shavings and yellow wood chips grows steadily. A heavy wooden mallet pounds down. The fibers are crushed, mashed into a pulpy mass. This is repeated, a percussive rhythm of transformation. The woody structure of the plants is systematically broken down. They are releasing their spirit, their power, into a more accessible form. A close-up shows the plant fibers tearing and shredding, yielding their chemical essence under the relentless pressure. The men work in tandem, a seamless collaboration. The raw strength of the forest is being tamed and prepared, not by force, but by a deep understanding of its very nature. A brief pause for water. Now a large container is fashioned from folded leaves, creating a conical funnel. This makeshift tipite is propped up between two branches. The pounded pulp is packed carefully inside. Cool water is poured from a gourd. The water saturates the fibrous mass. It darkens instantly as it absorbs the potent compounds. A moment of stillness follows. Then a single dark drop forms at the point of the leaf funnel. It swells, hesitates. The first drop falls. It lands with a tiny, almost inaudible pat into a shallow clay pot placed beneath. Another drop forms, and another. The leaching process is agonizingly slow. The camera holds on the relentless, patient dripping, each drop a measure of time and a concentration of power. The lifeblood of the vines is being drawn out, a slow and sacred transfusion. This is the heart of the process, where patience is the most critical ingredient, a virtue as tangible as the plants themselves. They pour more water through again and again. The pile of spent pulp grows, its power now transferred to the dark, watery liquid accumulating in the pot. The sun begins its long descent, casting long shadows across the clearing. The elder inspects the liquid. It is still too thin, too diffuse. Its spirit is not yet focused. He now builds a small, contained fire, shielding it with stones. The clay pot is set carefully over the heat. A small, controlled flame licks the clay. There is no rush. The fire must be gentle, a low and steady warmth. The elder tends it with the focus of a watchmaker, adding single twigs, fanning it with a leaf. He is not merely boiling a liquid, he is coaxing it, nurturing its final transformation. Wisps of steam begin to rise. The surface of the liquid shimmers, and tiny bubbles begin to form at the edges, breaking with a soft hiss. The water slowly evaporates, leaving the alkaloids behind. Embers glow in the fading light. The liquid level in the pot drops. The color deepens from a watery brown to a rich dark umber. It thickens, becoming a syrup, then a resin. A stick is dipped into the pot. The elder pulls it out. The mixture no longer drips. It clings as a thick, glossy coat. The last rays of sunset catch the dark sheen of the poisons, a perfect viscous drop clinging to the end of the stick. He examines it against the twilight sky. It is ready. The hours of gathering, scraping, and boiling have culminated in this single, potent essence, the forest's deadly shadow, held in a clay pot. The fire is allowed to die. The pot is moved from the warm embers to cool in the encroaching darkness of the jungle night. Dawn breaks, and a cool, misty light filters into the clearing. The clay pot sits undisturbed, its contents now a cool, solidified black resin. The young hunter sits before it, a bundle of long, straight arrow shafts beside him. In his hands, he holds a small piece of fire-hardened peccary bone. A sharp flint chips away at it. With intense concentration, he sculpts a slender, lethal point. He does not rush. His hands are steady, his focus absolute. He carves a series of minuscule, concentric grooves just below the tip. These channels are not for aerodynamics or penetration. They are to hold the poison. They are a vessel for the forest shadow. A close-up reveals the perfect symmetry of the arrowhead, a testament to masterful artistry and deadly function. The first bird song of the morning. He carefully binds the finished point to a cane shaft using fine, strong plant fibers. He seals the binding with a touch of heated tree resin. The arrow is complete, but it is not yet armed. It is a body without its spirit. He picks up a slender, flat stick. This is the applicator. He approaches the pot of curare with a visible sense of reverence. He dips the stick into the black paste. This is the final, critical moment where the skills of the alchemist and the artisan merge with the purpose of the hunter. He lifts the applicator, a small dollop of the dark, glossy curare clinging to its end. With the unwavering precision of a scribe, he begins to apply the poison to the arrowhead. He carefully works it into the tiny grooves. He paints a smooth, even coat around the point itself. His breathing is controlled, his movements minimal and exact. The stark contrast between the pale bone of the point and the jet black poison is mesmerizing, a potent symbol of their symbiotic purpose. He sets the finished arrow carefully, point up in a block of soft balsa wood to dry. He repeats the process, preparing a silent arsenal. The hunter slides the dry, black-tipped arrows into a quiver of hollow bamboo, the movements slow and deliberate. His family watches from the shadows of the Shabano. He picks up his longbow, its surface worn smooth by years of use. He slings the quiver over his shoulder, a silent promise to his community. He turns and walks towards the edge of the clearing, becoming a silhouette against the rising sun that filters through the immense, mist-shrouded canopy of the urihi.